listen to what they say, how they want us to proceed.
The day began with a flight briefing at the U.S. Customs and Border Protection Air and Marine Operations Unit, or AMO, in Jacksonville, Florida. Newsmax was invited aboard a P3 Orion surveillance aircraft, the eyes in the sky over the Caribbean and Eastern Pacific, hunting drug smugglers from Central and South America.
What I've seen recently is more cocaine flowing to America that we see from our aircraft flying above now than it was 21 years ago.
The reason? More demand and more production. In 2018 and 19, the CBP's Air and Marine Ops helped intercept record levels of cocaine, slowing only during the pandemic. In 2021, the AMO helped intercept 227,000 pounds of cocaine, or more than 100 tons. In 2022, more than 181,000 pounds. And this year is looking to be just as busy.
So we're about to take off. Just did a long taxi. Here we go.
The Lockheed P3 Orion, a workhorse from 1966, has a range of 4,000 nautical miles and can stay airborne for 12 hours. This is the aft of the plane and the crew quarters. There's 4 bunk beds where on the longer detachment and flights they can come back here, get some rest. This is the galley. They have a microwave. They have a refrigerator, seats, table to sit and eat. And then you have here in the fuselage a couple seats here where the crew can also rest. And then the system operations, the radar in this section here, and then going forward, then you have the cockpit. The crew of 8 includes the pilot, co-pilot, navigator, and radar operators. Infrared and long-range cameras help spot vessels from altitudes of 20 to 30,000 feet.
This particular maritime CD radar we have, we like to be below 10,000 feet when we use it, get a little closer to the water, reduce that refractivity, and help us identify the targets a little easier.
We honed in on a vessel about 40 miles offshore.
So we'll drop down, in this case, to 500 feet. And it's got the 35 millimeter. It's going to just take some shots right out this optical window for us, and we get incredible detail by that.
It was just a couple of fishermen.
When we start to descend and we find a target of interest, we can zoom in, we can look to see if they have, excessive fuel drums, no fishing gear.
Part of the reason I love doing this job, especially when you get out there and you find that trafficker, if he's in a speedboat, they just see the aircraft and they just keep going, or maybe they try to go faster, and then the chase is on. Sometimes you win and sometimes you don't.
Well, so far this year, the CBP's Air and Marine Operations have helped seize more than 80,000 pounds of cocaine. It's a tough job, Greta, made even tougher by the fact that CBP officials say they need more pilots, specifically pilots able to fly the P3 Orion. And one final point, I talked to Stacy Whitehead, the operation supervisor for the CBP at the Air and Marine Ops here in Jacksonville, about the Chinese surveillance balloon, about these UAPs, the objects shot down. He says they haven't seen any, they haven't tracked any, but if called upon by any federal agencies with their capabilities, they certainly could. Greta?
John, do you get the sense that they thought that they're winning this war at all? I mean, or that they're getting any traction, or they just feel so overwhelmed that it's just nonstop? I mean, these numbers you're telling me are staggering of what's seized.
Yeah, it keeps going. That's a great point. And it's something that I did ask them. I said, this must be very frustrating. They said it is. And we definitely need more help. We need more bodies. We need more personnel, more pilots. However, if we can stop the flow of cocaine into the United States, which causes so much damage, and particularly the cocaine that's now coming not only through the Caribbean, not only through the Bahamas onto the eastern seaboard, but through Mexico and laced with fentanyl coming into the United States, then every bust is a good bust.
John Huddy, thank you.